Hello everybody, welcome back to Road to Master. Hope you all have an amazing day. We're starting off with the white pieces against a 1986 from Hong Kong. D4, C4. We've got what looks to be a regular King's Indian. I am praying that that happens because I really would actually love to play a regular King's Indian for once. H3, which stops our bishop G4. That is interesting, actually. Okay. We'll castle then. And we will still play knight c6, right? They've gone for g4. What is this? G4. What? I am so lost. It's insane. Literally zero idea what's happening here. G4? That seems very fast. That seems very, very fast, right? What? What is happening? I'll play H5, I guess. I'm betting Queen D2 and castles. And they'll play this like... oh, my mouse has died. Really? Has my mouse died mid-recording? That's not good. Oh, no. That's really not good. Is that something I can fix on the fly? My mouse has just died. No! Oh, no. They've gone F3. I might have to use my touchpad for this. That's not good. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, we're back. We're back. Oh, my gosh. We're back. Okay, they've gone G4, F3. What? I don't... What? What is happening? What is actually happening with this? What? You have to castle queenside here, but you've played c4. And that's not something you really want to do if you're going to castle queenside, right? We're completely making this up on the fly. We should really play e5. We should really play e5, right? I don't. We should. We have to. We have to. It's part of the opening. You have to play e5, and then yeah, that's what I thought they were going to do. They're unlikely to open up the position when they've pushed this many pawns, right? So we have two choices, really. I think. I don't think this is a valid option, to be honest. I'm hesitant to go knight e7. Because we need the pressure on the queenside in case they do ever castle queenside, right? The problem is they can straight away play b4, right? And there's not anything we can do about that. We could alternatively go b4 straight away. But then what are we doing there? What are we doing there? Not much at all. Oh no. I don't like this. Okay. I don't like this already. Ugh. Maybe we go knight b8. This is so weird. Knight b8 is not stupid. I mean, it's such a bad move, but it's not like a stupid move. Because you need this knight here, right, to stop takes. You need this knight here to stop takes. So maybe we go knight back to b... That's not a move you want to have to make, right? It's not a move you want to have to make, but I think it actually is like somewhat logical. And you just sort of claim that they've overcommitted with everything, right? What are they doing with bishop d3? I think we go a4 and then get the knight in this way is going to work well for us, right? We can even think about b6. And then maybe even taking with this pawn if they decide to take with the bishop. Yeah, so they are looking for the queenside castle. I think maybe even we could play b5 straight away. But what are you doing though? You would have to play h4, at which point we can take this. If you push, you're locking this in. If you take, I just take back with the knight, right? So we go c6. We go c6 and threaten b5. And I'm happy sacking the pawn here because we're clearing both the c and the b file for an attack when they castle queenside. And if they just take here, I probably take back with the knight, right? Probably taking back with the pawn is tempting though. But I don't think we're ever looking for d5. And if we take back with the knight, we can still push b5 if we need to. So it just depends on what they do now. I don't think they're going to try. I was going to say I don't think they're going 92, but sure, I guess the idea is that, right? But we can't really do that, right? So let's go b5. Let's continue our plan of going b5 and open up this position. They go knight there, we still have a turn to do something, right? They're not threatening anything immediately. Would I take... I'd probably take this one first, right? Before taking that. Because then at least we're threatening d4. So they have to deal with that. You take here. And then that just doesn't look good after like b4, right? Doesn't look particularly nice. You know, especially if you do decide to long castle. I've got all sorts of pushes. And your knight's sort of boxed in a bit as well. Where's it really going? I don't... It's so hard to tell, I think. So hard to tell. But this, I think this c6, b5 idea, while it's risky for sure, I know it exists in some other lines, and I know opening up the c file is going to be not bad for us, at least. Yeah. We will get some compensation for sure, right? For sure we will. If they go knight here and ignore it, what are we doing? Do we have to take? I don't want to take. Like, no matter what, I don't want to take. I think we still go d5. I think we still take d5. And we'll take back with the pawn. We could even take with the knight, actually, because if knight takes... So if they go there, then takes... probably e takes, right? Then takes, bishop takes. Oh, they do decide to take the pawn. Okay. Now, do we take this? Ah, but bishop blocks the check, right? Bishop blocks the check. If we take this, bishop takes is probably the move. But then, like, bishop a6. Bishop takes, rook takes. Have we actually achieved anything? If we take here, at least we're weakening this d pawn, right? So I think we take there. I think we actually take inwards and we leave this. And we've claimed we've opened up the c file. So where are you castling? You castle there, you're walking into everything, right? I don't think you can validate going f2 because the queen check on h4 is devastating. Even like takes, bishop takes and check. Ew, maybe not, but the idea is there, the idea is there. So we're threatening push straight away, so they have to take, right? Probably with the knight. Then knight takes, pawn takes. Queen f6, maybe. Threaten this. Maybe a rook f1. But rook f1, then we can check and take, right? So they can't actually do that. So how do you defend this? You could go bishop e4. But then after bishop d7, are you losing control of the b pawn? Maybe we have to push a4 to prevent them from going a4 and solidifying this. And then maybe we get in the queen diagonal as well. Could be worth arguing, right? Could be worth arguing. Yeah, they take. And I think we actually might have to push a4. I mean, this isn't going anywhere. That was the whole point. It's not going anywhere. But this is. So let's push a4. We've opened up some lines for our queen, maybe. We've permanently weakened this b pawn. We can still go bishop b7. We can still think about freeing up the knight. I think if we get a queen trade, that would benefit us, right? Because then this attack's not as bad, and our weaknesses that we've created are going to be better in the long run. They need to really decide what they're doing here. They really need to decide what they're doing in general, right? I mean, their upper pawn, hopefully temporarily, right? They're still not castled. But I think either way they castle is not that bad for us, right? Either way they castle. I think actually castling kingside is safer than castling queenside, which is strange to say you've pushed these pawns. But you're actually, like, have a bit more, like, blocking power over my attacks. Blocking power is not really the correct thing to say, I don't think. But I've got more stuff in the way of my attacks than if you castle queenside. Because straight away, you've just got this. You know, you've got a3 as well, potentially. So if we ever manage to push e4, that's tasty, right? That is tasty. In fact, a3 now could actually be an idea, right? You push, we push. And we've got a takes train, so they can't push g5. Maybe. It seems plausible. This is super sharp, though. Super sharp. But I think in the long run, we might be better. Because they're gonna play like down a rook, basically. You know, you've got this rook half in the attack. If you're even wanting to go for this attack, which is going to be tricky to actually get the rook in the first place, right? Unless I take. So you can castle and get it on the F file, for sure. But then you castled into potential danger, right? So if you want to remain uncastled, then you're basically only playing with this H rook, and that's already sort of not in the game. I genuinely think E4 is a good idea as well. It's a wild one, but I think it has potential. They decide to go A3 to stop our A3, so they might actually be looking to castle queenside here. Okay. Okay. Well, that's good, right? I mean, we go bishop b7. How are they defending this? Bishop c4. But then knight d7, rook c8, and you've got another liability on your hands, right? So let's go bishop b7. I don't think we need it over here because we're never planning on taking. They go bishop back. Oh, threatening this again? Maybe we go e4. Maybe we go e4. E4, knight takes. Knight takes. Pawn takes. We take. And maybe even we're looking at some pressure on the king. Is wild, for sure. Bishop c2 is actually a nice move. I go e4. Probably actually bishop takes. Let's keep developing. I think that's something we're lacking. Once we get this rook going, we will lose this a-pawn for sure. We will lose the a-pawn, which is annoying. Would I sacrifice the rook for the knight? I think that's pushing it, right? I think that's pushing our luck a bit. I think that is pushing our luck a bit. They take with the knight. They lose this. So they have to take with the bishop. But then knight b6, right? Oh, the bishop comes back to b3. So we have to go knight c5. The bishop goes back that way. Then we can push e4. Potentially. Takes. Rook e8. Knight there. Knight takes, knight takes. I don't think that quite works. I don't think that quite works. Ah, we have h4 if they go knight there. Ah, that's quite cool. Right, that's quite cool. So we go knight c5. So bishop takes knight c5. Bishop back. Rook e8. Knight there. No, not rook e8. Pawn push first. They take rook e8. Knight there. h4. Knight back. Then knight takes. Knight takes. Knight takes. Bishop takes. Rook takes. And we've smashed open the position for sure, right? We'll go knight there, hit the bishop. And that's developed our last piece. And here do we go e4. If they push, then we take. I think. No, because if we... So, e4 push, take... Yeah, we take. Takes, knight takes. And then we threaten that bishop. e4 takes, rook there. Is there any other way they can defend that? Not really, right? They go queen there, we have knight takes. With the discovered attack. So we can go e4 here. That's insane. Bishop takes, I think we take. Right? Because they've not castled. They've not castled. So we want to generate play on this e-file, right? And this is the only real way to do it. They take rook e8. Then take. Takes. Knight there. There. Knight back. No, maybe we don't play h4 actually. No, I don't mind takes here actually. Takes, knight takes, knight takes. Knight takes, bishop takes. Rook e8, bishop back. We could be struggling. We could be struggling here. We might have pushed our luck. We might have pushed our luck a bit. We're already down 2 pawns, and it looks like we might be going down a third, which is brilliant. Really, really good. Yeah. No, but they take, we can take. No, we can't take here, because they've not pushed. They take, we take. They take, knight takes. No, but then we cover h6. So then where do you go? We're threatening to hit the bishop. Yeah, no, so we can take the g-pawn. We are playing on very thin ice, but it's doable. You know, stranger things have happened for sure. Stranger things have happened. They decide to push that. And we no longer have this takes train. But we still have this. No, we don't. No, but now this is not going anywhere, right? Their attack's not doing anything. So they've compromised their attack in order to do this. Right? Yeah. The thing is, we have a losing takes train here. Potentially, actually. Where's this knight? The knight goes there, then we go there. It's interesting. It is interesting. So, knight takes here, right? For a whole piece, it's not worth it. Actually, no, we take back with the queen. Where's the knight going? Where's the knight going? Knight goes there is probably actually a good move. Actually a really annoying move. No, but then we have g5. Where's the knight going? They go there, we check and win the knight. They go back. Takes, queen takes, check. And maybe I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's just move the knight back. We're down 3 pawns, which is excessive. I will admit. I will be the first to admit that's a very excessive number of pawns. But we have targets potentially. Also potentially not. It's going to be a fun one to analyze anyway. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. Why not? Maybe knight a4 and we just replace this knight. They decide to push. That doesn't seem right. Why is that not right? Because then you're not getting the support on the d pawn. Are you seriously thinking about doing that? Are you seriously thinking about pushing f5? We could go knight d3. Bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes. Put the knight straight back. And we just got rid of their bishop, which is supporting f5. We're down another pawn, though. We're losing this pawn anyway, though. We're losing this pawn anyway. So what's the problem? What's the problem? Bishop takes. They sort of have to take. Queen takes. Okay. Then we go knight there. If they take, we're threatening to take and win the pawn. So I think we can. I think we're losing this anyway. There's no real way to stop that. So let's do it. And we're covering the escape square, so they can't really afford to move the king, right? They can't really afford to move the king. So I think we're losing the pawn in a better way. Maybe. Potentially. I genuinely have no clue. This is going to be all over the place, right? Yeah, I think we go knight c5. I think we go knight c5. Rook e8. Hit the uncastled king. Still uncastled, by the way. Still can't really castle. And threaten bishop takes. Oh, bishop takes knight. They just replace it, though. Maybe bishop takes is okay. Should have thought about that first. Should have thought about that first, right? No, but then we do rook e8 and we pin the knight to the king thing, right? The king thing. What is that doing? What is that doing? Queen's gone back there. I really need to get this bishop in the game. Like, really need to get this bishop in the game. You go there. We go there. Long castles. Is possible. Rook c8, right? Or probably rook f. No, rook c8. Rook a c8. Right, we need some defense. And then, like, we've got threats of that. So maybe we go queen a5. Alternatively, queen e7, hit the bishop. But they just take. You know, they just take. And we're not really doing much. I think they're planning on castling queenside. Maybe we go rook c8 straight away. Then threaten that, right? I think is a better idea. I think is a better idea. f5 seems sloppy to me. Not that I really know much anyway, but it doesn't seem right. Rook e8 maybe. Hit the bishop. How do you stop that? because we're threatening takes and then takes. But we're going down more material then. Oh no. This is a disaster waiting to happen. You know, you can just tell you've sort of pushed your luck a bit too much. A bit too much you've pushed your luck. The queen hasn't moved all game. What are we doing? We've not moved the queen. Our strongest piece, and we've not actually moved it all game. God. Have we had a chance to? That's something for the analysis, right? That's something for the analysis. They castle kingside. What? They castle kingside. Now they're never pushing that, right? Rook 8 seems like an auto move. Rook 8 seems like an automatic move. You're there. Now I really want to work on this diagonal, right? Have we got knight e6? Knight e6 doesn't... It's not doing much. I mean, it's threatening takes. So, knight e6, rook there. And we're not... It's a fancy move, but we're not actually, like, doing anything. Anything at all. Which is great. We go there. We can go there, actually. And that's the same thing, but without... And it's more deadly as well. Yeah. 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 Yes. I think I like that, right? I think I like that one. Because of the pin. You know, it's all about this pin. Which is why we moved rook c8 in the first place. Because either they long castled and put the king on there, or the queen's there anyway. You know, so you just pin whatever's there. You know, whatever you feel like. So we're basically just going after the d pawn. They still go rook d1, I think. Is fine. But it's at least a bit more challenging for them. Because they've not actually fixed their pin. They've not actually fixed anything. We could even think about taking this b pawn if we get a minute. Takes, knight takes. Not really doing much. The pin's still there. Like, we don't have to rush with that one, particularly. We go queen a5, they potentially have queen d3. Which is irritating. Oh, that would have been so good. Knight takes, pawn takes, rook takes, queen check. But they have a rook there supported by the knight. Ooh. Ooh, that was close. That was close. We're getting ideas now, though. You see, like, something's changed. And I think, although we're down 3 pawns, like, stuff is there. You know, we just have to, we have to play smart enough to find it. We just have to be smart enough to find it. I think this is fine for them, right? I think this is fine for them. Ooh, I can feel something here. Something's here. Something is here for sure. I can feel it. Just don't quite see it. I just don't quite see it, which is irritating. It's very irritating, actually. Do I have this? Takes, knight takes, rook takes. Rook takes queen b6. You still have queen d3, right? You still have queen d3. That's an annoying move. Queen d3. This is stupid, right? This is really stupid. We're running out of time. We're running out of time to do literally anything. Maybe we just go back here. No, that's pathetic though. That is pathetic. Okay, come on, come on, think. Think. I want rid of that bishop. Sure, let's go back here. It's a cowardly move. It's a run out of time sort of move. It's a not doing anything sort of move. Everything's still there. The position hasn't fundamentally changed. We've stopped the queen going to d3. It can still go to d2 though. But then maybe we have some more stuff we can do, maybe. I don't know. I genuinely have no clue here. It's feeling a bit far-fetched at this point, I think. Unfortunately. They go there. Now. That doesn't seem right. What's not right about that? What is not right about that? Something's not right about that. Something's not right about that. Let's move the knight back. Let's move the knight back. Our pre-move takes. Because we're threatening to take here. So they have to do something. And this bishop was annoying me. So they trade off. All of a sudden, I've got access to the dark squares that I didn't have before. Right? I mean, they could repeat. They take. Why didn't I pre-move takes? I said I was going to pre-move takes, right? They go, yeah, queen there. Let's throw in the check. Let's throw in the check. I don't think that's bad, right? I don't think that's a bad move necessarily. This is where it all falls apart, right? This is definitely where it all falls apart. Oh, that's a check as well. Ah, that'll do it. That's an annoying move. We can take... No, we can't take this. The pin's no longer there. We can take this and take this, right? We're at least getting a material back. A single material. And we can try our best to fight. We can really try our best to fight, but that's all it will be, is our best. You know, it's not going to be a masterclass for sure. Luckily, they don't have any discovered attacks they can do particularly well, right? I'll trade off a rook and pick up the pawn. With 2 pawns down, stranger things have happened, right? Oh, they go there, that way. I'll take, sure. And go here. Pick up some of these, hopefully. I don't think I can do this. I don't think this is possible. Unfortunate as it is. To be fair, the rook can't go there. But you have the 2 connected pawns, and that should be enough against the rook, right? That should be enough against the rook. I mean, you've even got that, potentially, is wild. Nah, I don't think you do, because this pawn blocks any back rank shenanigans. This was fun, though. I mean, I've come to terms with losing this. It was fun, though, for sure. I have to come behind and defend this, right? Go there. Try do something with this. I can't. Let's go for a stalemate if we can. Then. Let's see. Ooh, potentially. 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 No, we're not able to do anything. We'll keep the rook on the board and try some shenanigans. But as soon as... Oh, they've gone back for some reason. We'll take. Get 2 queens. Please, get 2. Yes! Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Let's go there. They go there. I mean, it's game over, right? It is game over. Yeah, this is mate. Mate there. Oh, they go there. We are forced to block. And then that's mate. Oh, okay. That's mate. Nope. That's mate. That's mate. Please. There we go. There we go. That was fun. I really enjoyed that. That was really, really fun. Let's see what we did. Let's see what the computer suggests. Oh, that was fun. Okay. Where are we? Where are we? What are we saying? How long have we gone? 41 minutes already. Gosh. 84.5 versus 76.6. This was a strange opening, right? This was a weird one. H3G4 right off the back. So, oh, it's slow. We should have gone knight back there. Okay. Okay. I don't think it makes a huge difference. And then G4 is a mistake. Not a terrible one. Because all these plans are the same. H5 is wrong. E5 is the way to go, which... H5 is a significant mistake, actually. That's plus 1.4. And then they go F3 for some reason. And the reason it's so bad is because of this. You can't go there, though. He's asking you to go here. But just B4, right? Oh, my computer's frozen. What's wrong with B4? No. What is this? What is this? This is awful. What? You cannot play. Oh, because... Oh, they play B4. You lose the knight. Ah. And then takes... Wow. That is crazy. That is very crazy. Takes. And then you take this. And you let them do that. Wow. That's wild. That is so, so wild. Anyway, we push D4, which is the best move. They pushed, and this is bad. Apparently, D4 is the way to go. And if they takes, queen takes, you've got the discovered of knight takes G4, which is probably one of the reasons G4 is not ideal. Not even the best move, apparently. Oh, you go there, because if queen takes, you've got the pin. That's so cool. That's a nice little trick. That is very, very cool. Bishop D3. The knight back. Okay, yeah. I mean, I knew it wasn't a good move. I didn't want to go to E7. That doesn't look right. Because this gets so crowded. And yes, you have defensive pieces, but I think it's just too crowded, right? We played B5. It's an interesting idea. I've seen it in a few lines. I didn't know if it worked, and taking in the center was the correct thing to do. A4 is good to prevent A4 themselves from white. Bishop E7, yeah. And apparently you take this. Oh, because... No, but then you don't have... Oh, then you've got this. I should have... Yeah, but that's still down the exchange, though, right? That's still being down the exchange. Oh, but then you're going after this pawn. That is interesting. That is very interesting, actually. That's a nice little exchange. E4, correct move. G5, not the best. Yeah, they can just do this, right? Because we go rook E1, they go there. Yeah, they take first was the idea. And then, firstly, 2 connected pass pawns. Ooh, right? Ooh, that's disgusting. Never let that happen, right? We go knight d7, we have to. And they decide to not take for some reason, even though it's just a free pawn. They decide to push, which seems like it clogs up their attack a bit. And then obviously we blunder straight away, like obviously. I really wanted to go to c4 for so long. Couldn't get it to work. Apparently you can just do this, right? And then you go there. And you can take that. These lines are ridiculous. What is happening here? Oh, because of the discovered on the rook. I get you. I get you. Bishop takes, pawn takes. So this whole knight idea just didn't work. And that, I think, was our biggest blunder. But it's not the end of the world. Yeah, I don't see why they didn't take the knight. Castle kingside, fine. And I felt we had something here. I really felt we had something. We go knight back. Yeah, I didn't want to go rook c4. Because then, like, the pin potentially works against us. And there's nothing stopping the queen going to either d2 or d3, right? And I think you just got to accept that. Trading off, probably not ideal. And then this check. This comes with check as well. Because they've just taken our bishop. So, after that, queens are off. You're just down, right? You're just down so much material. Yeah. Nothing can be done here. But yeah, that was a fun game. I enjoyed that. A load of wacky lines. Like, really crazy stuff. But that's where you get in the King's Indian, you know. So, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like if you liked. Please subscribe if you really liked. And I'll catch you guys all tomorrow. Bye-bye.